Okay, so after you install WordPress, we're going to go into the dashboard of WordPress, which is what you're looking at here, and we're going to fix up some things. They've already been fixed up on here. I'm just going to show you what you need to do. So you're going to go to the URL that you're going to go to is whatever your website name is. So CincinnatiBusinessConsultants.com. Then you want to go to /. Let's just pull this up and make sure it's real clear. So Cincinnati business owners, Cincinnati business, whatever I said, .com / WP login.php. Okay, so you put that, look, the website, the name of the websites, the name of the domain names out here. So just say, okay, so you take that with what comes in front here, pop that into your browser. You will come to a page where you need to put in that username and the password that you got when you did the quick install of the website, of WordPress. Put that in there. Once that resolves, you'll see this. Now you won't see pretty links, that's a plugin, but you'll see this, okay? Stuff that needs to happen. Go to Settings, General. It's going to have the name that you put in when you did the quick install here, and it's going to say just another WordPress blog here. That looks stupid. I get rid of that. Put your email address in here if it doesn't already have it. You have to provide it with that when you actually do that quick install, so it should have it. Change the time, and I have not even checked to see if this time is correct. Actually, it's not correct on this website, so I think I would have to say, I can't remember if I'm in +5 or -5. I'll change it sometime. But anyway, if you want the time to be right, for whatever reason, stuff you'll do later on, I don't really think it matters, then you would do that here and you'd say Save Changes. Next thing you want to make sure is working right is permalinks. Now, the new WordPress, as of I don't know how many versions in the past this goes back to, but the new WordPress should have this done correctly. But if it doesn't, you need to change it. It used to be that the permalinks are the URL that WordPress creates for a given post or page. All right. Well, they used to do this. They used to have, website name and then this number, which is stupid because you don't get the keywords in on the URL name. This is the deal here. So you want to make sure it says post name. This is fine. The custom structure is fine. But if it says post name, just do that. You don't want any of these others. Post name's the one you want. And make sure you save your changes. Reading and writing should be good. If you want, when somebody lands on your homepage, if you want them to see a stationary page as opposed to your blog, then you would change that here. And you can always, Google how to do this stuff. I mean, there are only 14 million videos about how to do this stuff. Plugins. Plugins are additions to WordPress. So we're going to go to plugins. I'm going to show you some plugins. Akismet basically protects you from spam, so this comes with that. You'll want to activate it, and when you activate it, it will ask you if you have an Akismet API key. I do. A lot of people do. If you don't, it'll have a link where you go somewhere, sign up, and you get a key. Pop that key in here, then your spam protection will be working. It comes with these two. That's just stupid. It comes with this. I don't use that. This is you don't have to have this. I would recommend it. And if you want to know where to get this, just ask me. This is basically, I'm doing this in 2014, and there have been some changes in terms of what needs to be in terms and conditions and privacy policy and all that stuff for websites. I actually bought this legal pages myself because I'm not an attorney, and I don't really want to pay somebody thousands upon thousands of dollars to just pull out a bunch of boilerplate and hand it to me. This plugin by Bill Guthrie is really, really good. If you need a link to that, or if I can remember to, I'll pop a link into the members area. You want some kind of social media sharing plugin. I like Shareaholic. That works really, really well. I use video a lot in my content, and I like this really easy to use plugin called YouTube Shortcode. And what else do we have here? I don't even have a contact plugin here. This is kind of a new site for me. I realized I had been for the past several years creating massive amounts of content and didn't have it all in one place for for one of the aspects of my businesses I do for others. So I decided to use this particular website to do that. Well, considering that I don't have a contact plugin that manages the fields for a contact form, let me just show you how to do that. So let's go to Plugins, Add New. So I'm looking for one called Contact Form 7. It's my favorite of these. There are others. I mean, there's a zillion of them. These are just my favorites. The Shareaholic I like. It's easy. I go for easy. Okay, I go for it works and it's easy. All right. So the Shareaholic's easy. The Contact Form is easy. So Contact Form 7. So you'll see all of this. You can read about it. This is the one that I need. I'm going to say install now. Watch. Sure you want to install? Yep. You know, we used to have to do all this FTPing and all this nonsense. You don't have to do that anymore. It's been installed. You're going to activate it. Now, it won't work until it's activated. You're going to activate it. And it's activated. Okay? Now, so when you install a plugin, usually, not always, usually it will show up somewhere on the left-hand side in this menu. Sometimes it shows up down here. Sometimes it shows up under Tools. Sometimes, I don't know if it's ever showed up under Settings for me. I look for it under Tools, I look for it here, and this contact form showed up here. So it's a little hard to find sometimes. So just hunt around here and you'll find it. Contact forms, let's go there. Now, you can donate to them if you want to. We'll just dismiss that for the moment. This is basically shortcode for your contact form. And you can edit the contact form. So if you want to edit the contact form, you want to change the fields around, you can do so here. I'm not going to shoot a whole video about this, but you can do the whole thing here. Okay, so you create other forms, you create new forms, you can edit the existing form, etc., etc. But I'm just going to take this thing the way it is, and we're going to create a page that says contact. So let's go to pages. Now, there's a difference between pages and posts. Pages are static things, posts are part of the blog, part of WordPress. So go to page, say add new. Contact. Now, according to what you're doing this site for, according to what you're doing the attraction marketing, according to what business you're doing the attraction marketing for, you might not want to say, I'd love to hear from you. You might, but you might not. So, you know, you do that appropriate to what your goals are. This particular website for me is going to end up being personally branded, so a little looser, you know, a little more personal type thing. Makes sense here. Pop that contact form in here. Hit publish. I've already hit publish. That says update, but hit publish. If you make a change, you need to hit update. Notice This is the URL of this page. You want to see what the page looks like, hit View Page. I've already done that. And come over here and we've got Viewing the Page. Okay, now this is the website. These are pages on the navigation. So this is the default contact form: name, email, subject, and a message. So somebody puts that in there. Does that. This is the Shareaholic. This is what Shareaholic looks like. These are some previous posts, okay? And that's what that does. So there's that. What have we learned? How you install a plugin, how to make a contact form. Next thing you want to do is you have to choose a theme. Okay, a theme is what the site looks like. Okay, these are the files that govern the look of the site. There's a zillion themes. You can buy themes. You can have a theme made for you. That's going to cost you, according to how sophisticated the theme is. That could cost you a few $1,000s, frankly, which is cool. I mean, you could definitely do that if that's what you need to do. You can go to Woo Themes. You can buy themes. You can go to Theme Forest and buy themes. This particular site, you'll see the homepage for the site here. This particular site is using one of WordPress's themes that it comes with, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. So it just occurs to me I probably need to make that darker, but anyway. So where is the stuff about themes located? It's located right here under Appearance. There are a couple of really important things going on here: themes, widgets, and menus. Let's look at themes. Let's go to the site itself. The look and feel of the site is the theme. This thing right here is a menu. Okay, see, we added contact. That appears on the menu. This is the default menu for this, and you'll see how that works in a second. Themes have different areas that you can put little things called widgets in. This recent post thing is a widget. You can buy widgets. You could have a Facebook widget that pulls feeds in from, well, you could have a Twitter widget, pulls feeds in from your Twitter account. You got a Facebook widget. There's a whole world of stuff to do. But this is called a sidebar. And we'll see how to change this, and we'll see how to change that in just a sec. But the way you change the overall look and feel is you choose a theme. Now, WordPress comes with 3 themes. This is the 2012 theme, the 2013 theme. That's amazingly hard to say. And this is this year's new theme, which is really cool because this is what you call a magazine theme. See how it's got that more of a horizontal layout. I haven't played around with it. This particular website that you're on with me, I'm more interested in getting content here over a long period of time, and then later on as it naturally builds traffic, because I'm doing exactly what I'm teaching you to do, which is what I call the golden triangle: YouTube, Facebook, and WordPress. As it builds traffic, in other words, I'm in no hurry to personally to make this perfect. I just need a place to put content, frankly. But I opted for the 2012 theme for this particular site. It's vertical. I don't have to learn stuff about how 2014 works. Today is January the 3rd, so I have not had very much time to learn that. This is a little, I don't know, a little 60s looking for me. I kind of like the minimalism here. You do what you want to. If you want to add a new theme, you click this, and you upload themes just like you upload plugins. You just have the zip file, you upload it, it's there. Okay, WordPress handles the whole thing. Usually you'll get a thing for your theme that appears here, like a little menu thing, and you'll have all this stuff you can customize on the theme, and that's different for every theme. Rather It's not necessarily different for every theme, but there's no way I can tell you what to do there because it's dependent on the theme. Let me put it that way. So if I wanted to change themes, I would click one of these and say activate, and it would change it. Okay. Most themes nowadays have some sort of customization. I don't think I've got anything amazing customized on this. You can see, you know, site title, that governs that. Tagline, remember I took that off under setting. Colors, background image, static front page, you can do all that stuff. Just close that. Menus, let's go to menus. A lot of people get confused about these. This is a menu, all right? Tells people big, you can put pages here, you can put categories, okay? You can put lots of stuff up here. You can even link to stuff outside the website. If you want to create a menu, you create one there. You will have basically pages, links, and categories, okay? If I wanted to, from the menu, say had something here like YouTube, okay? So if I wanted to click there and go to my YouTube channel, which is on YouTube, I would have the URL of my YouTube channel, which I would put in here. I would say YouTube, there's my link text. I would say add to menu, it would appear here. You got to save it, okay? Now I haven't created a new menu here. Right now we're using menu 1, which as you notice has home and contact. You can rearrange these just by moving them like that. You can make one a child of the other one so that when you hover over it, watch. Well, actually I didn't save it and I don't want to save it because I want to change it. But anyway, if I make this a child of that, I can have others that are children of this. This is like when you have a little pull-down menu, so you hover over one item, you get a little pull-down window or pull-down menu with sub-menus on it. You can do that. WordPress is amazing. I mean, the default WordPress is amazing. There's really not a lot you need to do to it. Very SEO friendly. I used to add lots of plugins and all kinds of stuff. You really don't need to do that anymore. Widgets, so that's menus, okay? Widgets, let's put that there. Widgets takes you here. Main sidebar, you see this main sidebar, this is here. Now different themes have different predefined widget areas. I haven't looked into this, but apparently this one has a first front page widget area and a second front page widget area. I don't know where those are, haven't explored it, don't really care at the moment. These widgets just drag over here, so you click it, you drag it over here. You can reposition these up and down. If you want to change this, you can change this in here. If you have some like code, like you wanted to put a picture, you know, an image or something like that, you can do that in a text widget that you can put over here. So let's just drag this over here. Text widget allows me to put stuff in here. I could write something. I could put HTML code in here. If you want to delete a widget, you do that. If you want to close this widget box, you do that. If you want to save it, you do that. I'm going to delete that because I don't need the text over here. You can look at all these. Again, there's no real way for me to tell you exactly what to do. You just got to play around with it for yourself and for your client. But that's how widgets work. And according to the theme, there will be other things that you need to configure over here. A lot of my clients are real estate agents and use some pretty heavy-duty real estate themes. There's a lot of customization. There's a lot that we do in terms of special plugins for their business, et cetera, that pull listings in, stuff like that. So you're going to have to approach this on a sort of a job-by-job basis. There's no way for me to tell you this is exactly how you do this all the time. Okay, But I'm just trying to give you broad strokes in how you set up a WordPress site. Basically, that's it. If you want to write something, and again, you know, I'm assuming we're just taking this from square one. If you want to write a post, which goes on the blog, you say add new. If you want to write a page, you say add new. So let's say write a post right here. Before shooting this video a little earlier, I did a quick hangout where I was just talking about some of my thoughts about 2014, the economy, work, stuff, just general stuff. So if I wanted to do, let's say I'm writing a post about that. Thoughts about 2014, shot a quick hangout for you. Here are my thoughts about 2014 money, yours, because that ain't going to exist otherwise. And this was just kind of a general, like reaching out, you know, just a general series of thoughts. Not everything you post on your own blog or something that you're doing for a client. Not everything needs to be tightly focused. Not everything needs to be. Matter of fact, it shouldn't be. Everything shouldn't be just keyword optimized. Some stuff just needs to just go in there, just because it's fun, because it's interesting, because it speaks to your audience. And we'll talk about all that on the webinar. I'm going to use my YouTube short code, pop that in there. I've already, I went over to YouTube. I've already got the code to share the video. We're going to take that. I'm going to pop it in here. You talk about the size of the box the video is in. That's 850. Ooh, it's not that big. 853 by 480. You get that off of YouTube. And we're going to say, and there's a ton of other stuff you can do here. I don't do it. I'm into quick and easy. And categories, just say blog. Categories are important, but again, that has a lot to do with the purpose of the website, the purpose of the attraction marketing campaign. Okay. This is more of a personal branding site. And we're going to say publish. See, that's the URL for this post. Let's view the post. Here we go. Thoughts about 2014. See, got that. I've got this. Got all that. See how that works? It's pretty cool, huh? If I were going to make a new page, I would do that in exactly the same way. Well, you saw me create the page for the contact form. So really, at this point, I mean, there's some, you know, the only things you don't know how to do about WordPress at this point would probably have to do with some kind of special plugin that you're using for whatever you're using it for. WordPress is really easy to use now, and that's why we love it so much. Well, the other reason is very SEO friendly. That's how you do it. So that takes us, I think that pretty much takes us in terms of technical stuff all the way up to getting this WordPress site up and running. Okay.